A warm namaste and a good evening from India, a good afternoon and a good morning to some of you. Thank you for joining this webinar. Thank you so much. And today is a very interesting topic, about disciplined agile. Is it too heavyweight? And I'm going to share as a bonus tip. No, I had a discussion with PMI, and there was a ATP update of PMI. So I would like to share about update about disciplined agile, and I'm going to talk as with PMI internal team tomorrow as well on that. So maybe we will keep you posted on some updates on my LinkedIn as well. So thank you everyone uh, for joining this webinar. And let me continue with this. This is a little bit about my profile for some of you who are new to this webinar. There are some old attendees as well, and I can see some new ones. So this is my ikigai, project management, and that's where I love to be. Uh, so this is little about me, and today's is a very interesting topic about disciplined agile, and this is draws from my experience because most of the time I have seen, okay, people love disciplined agile when they do the training, but they see a little scope in implementing. And some of the comments that we have received is that, okay, it looks a little overwhelming. Is it too heavyweight? And that's some topic I love to address today. Right. So I had made some slides, some taken some inspiration from some other things on the available with some my colleagues, some experts in the agile field. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the webinar for 45 minutes, and I will keep it for 15 minutes of question and answer. So let's see how I time it. Okay, I think there is some interesting newer slides. Most of 80% would be a really new material that I try to get together on disciplined agile. I have been talking on disciplined agile for some time now, and so sometimes it becomes a little familiar turf for me using some of the experiences I had. So great. Okay, so thank you once again joining the webinar. Um, so this is something which is more relevant than yesterday about that we need to have a different way of solving a particular problem. And that's the essence of disciplined agile. That's the essence that one thing doesn't solve all the problems. And that's what I'm going to bring to the table and talk about certain challenges, including the overwhelmingness of disciplined agile. Right. So there are too many myths about agility, about best practices. There are almost, like you must be aware, around 200 more practices, methodologies included in agility. And people say that okay, Scrum is the best pure form of doing things. They don't want to see some other stuff, etc. so so there can be a lot of myths all around the world on agility, but I would say that one thing about this or that doesn't fit a required thing. And that's something I'm going to explore today. And how heavyweight is disciplined agile is what I'm going to explore today. So this is what it comes to. The perception is that no, there is one solution which fits all teams, all organization, all sizes, which is perhaps not the reality. And therefore, the evidence about that is quite evident that why there are 200 or more than 200 agile practices or methodology, because one solution doesn't fit it all. If there was one solution, you would not have so many certifications, so many agile practices, so many methodologies in the first place. There would be absolutely one framework which everyone uses and it works like magic. but it is not the case. I think we all understand that deep into things. So, deep into our hearts, we understand that one solution may not fit all those teams or all the organizations, right? So, so why this is the case? Because all the teams are different. They work in different situations. They have different purposes. Okay. I had taken a very simple example, like in ProThoughts in my company. I see there are a product team who is building the website, okay, the technical team who is building the technical solutions and products that we offer to our customers, right? They have a typical like a software thing. They want to deliver the product sooner, lesser errors. They are focused on doing it quickly in terms of getting the errors less. The sales team wants a little minimal processes. They want to spend quality time on getting the customer in. Support has a different way of looking at things. Okay, they are the last line of defense for organization, right? So they are okay to spend as much time as possible with the customer so that the customer is happy and you don't escalate that. Marketing teams in our we do online digital, they should be very innovative. The purposes of every team is rather different. They work differently. The context is different. The skill sets are different. It will be a nightmare if I tell everyone to work with a single way of working. And I have tried that and it doesn't work. Even the Excel sheets they maintain, even if I force from a leadership point of view, I want the same Excel sheet with the same thing, they are quite reluctant to feel because they say that this is meaningless for me. I'm kind of wasting my time, and they think that it's more of a compliance thing. So within a small organization like ProThoughts, we have to have different ways of working. So imagine large organizations how you can enforce a single way of working or a single framework or a single practice, right? So the problems for the different teams are different. Okay, if there are different problems that we need to work with, right? So I often see when I go in a consulting arrangement, no, there are people who are doing redundant things. Okay, there are duplicate things, and I see in my organization, which is like I'm giving you an example because I think you can extrapolate. Like for our accounting, I have one team doing accounting. Then there is an accounting who does actually the same using the same data. They maintain another Excel sheet. And then there is a third Excel sheet which we give it to the GST. And what happens is that because we maintain three Excel sheets for the same accounting, they are prone to human errors. Sometimes someone misses something or someone updates it wrongly. Then to actually check the source becomes a big problem, right? So there are a lot of these issues which happen, right? Some things, some companies are, some projects, some teams are working on certain things which do not add value. They're working on the wrong thing which doesn't add value to the customer. Nobody checks that. It often happens with us in the marketing team that we are writing something, doing some marketing work, which may not give us returns in terms of the leads or customers on that. But we still do it because we think that someone was doing it some time back, it might add value. So we never check whether it was adding value. So there are multiple problems with the current way of working. I had just mentioned a few in this slide. There can be many symptoms or many problems that many teams undergo. Right? So this is a big thing, and therefore, this I just wanted to position the DA part first and PMI's agility solutions, and they are going to position from a PMI perspective a business solution. And no, and this is a thing which is like you're putting a square peg into a round hole. Okay, many people, okay, many organizations are given this square peg and they are not sure whether you are round holes or square pegs or diagonal holes or what is the shape of the hole, whether it fits your needs or not. That's the problem many organizations have. You have given them a practice, you have given them, you have told them that, okay, this is what it is. All organizations, all teams in the organization needs to follow this with the square peg that, okay, I have given you that, follow it, okay, but nobody understands what is the team's need. How big is the hole? Is it the right shape hole? Is it properly fitting the team needs? I have given some cube to the team and they need to work. Okay. We are not sure on how big is the round hole, how big is it a square hole. I am not sure. And here where is that disciplined agile is typically adding value. Disciplined Agile is basically a tailored solution, just telling you what is good enough for you to for your needs. Okay, without ever worrying if which process might be the best process or which framework will. We are giving you, if you have a problem, okay, this can be the best solution for that. You may not heard about that, but disciplined agile guides you or recommends the solution as per your need. And that's where disciplined agile adds value. So you can tailor this solution over a PMP, you can tailor this solution over a safe, over a scrum, over anything that you are doing in your current way of working. In fact, disciplined agile leverages a lot of these practices, okay, to give you a solution. I hope you are getting this point, right? So, disciplined agile is a tailored solution. I know that a lot of you have gone through disciplined agile, so you get a idea about that. And this is, I think, is a novel and a refreshing concept. But however, this disciplined agile, which comes as a knowledge base, has typical challenges, and that's where, okay, it becomes a very overwhelming tool, right? So I have just mentioned some couple of challenges, okay, and it's through my experiences. I just happened to be at a media company's captive unit, and we were trying to implement disciplined agile. Okay, I was introduced by the CIO of that media company's captive IT unit that it is, no, my team is super agile. Okay, that's what it was told to me, and I tried to understand what is super agile, and I understood that after meeting the guys, they do not implement any agile, but they are ready to work at any point of the day. So if a request from the business comes at 7 o'clock, they will pick up the phone and they will try to do it. People are almost available on 24 hours. So the response time was agile, is what I said. This is not really agile, but they had got a lot of awards because of the hard work they excelled with, but not necessarily they were doing a efficient method. So when we introduced disciplined agile and told about this, okay, that it's a novel, refreshing concept and everything is good, but many people could not figure out where to start, how to go things. They found the disciplined agile to be overwhelming. That so much of data is available in disciplined agile, and they kind of got lost where you to start. That was one of the big challenges. It appears very overwhelming. It appears too complicated, perhaps. There is a lot of data. Disciplined agile is like a huge knowledge base. But it is structured knowledge base. So you can find the data if you want, if you are well trained into the stuff. The second thing which I found is that it is non-prescriptive, and which becomes really difficult for people when they are going to do, uh, adopt something, right? If I have to adopt something like, I love gardening, and no, I'm a bit amateur in my gardening stuff. So I used to take help of expert, the Malis, the gardeners who come at our place. And but I decided I need to go on my own. So I read some stuff on the internet. I got some kind of fertilizers and thing, but I didn't know how much, how where to start, how to apply all these things. I didn't know after even reading it. So I was not confident to do that, even a small thing like that. So up here, implementing a process becomes a tad difficult. How much you need to do, where to start, if I go wrong, what will happen? Is it enough room for experiments in my organization? Who wants to experiment? All these things. It's a part of the culture as well, right? No, if you don't get to experiment, then how I will be rewarded, etc. So this becomes a problem. So disciplined agile, if I tell you, okay, you need to, like, then I saw the manual on the fertilizer. You need to put 5 ml of this neem oil in a spray with 1 liter, and oh, this was pretty good. Okay, so if it's prescriptive, it really helps. Not that a disciplined agile is you can't. It gives you option, but it doesn't spoon feed you like a Scrum. It tells you how to do Scrum. That's a good starting point as well for Agile as team. But it is not prescriptive as a Scrum. Scrum is very easy to use because it's prescriptive. Both have their positives as negatives, right? Then comes disciplined Agile is new, okay, is not common. And therefore, people are skeptical to use that. Because it is not common, people say that maybe nobody is using, maybe it's not worth it. But by the way, disciplined agile is there for last almost 15 years, if I'm not wrong, legally last 12 years. And there are many companies who have used that, and on that basis, on that whatever the legacy that disciplined agile had, PMI acquired it. So I think there is some meat, or there is some substance for disciplined agile for sure. And so that's another challenge. Also, I feel that when I implement disciplined agile and when I give it to the team to use that, okay, uh, the team feels that, okay, how to go about doing things, okay. And that's where I think, as a coach or as an expert, coach, why I use the word coach, because coach are used as a short term strategy. And I think in the future these are going to be in abundance, or their need will be very much felt in companies, okay, against a scrum master. So there are not many experts to guide on disciplined agile, and therefore people fall short about implementing things. There is not much expertise to recommend on disciplined agile. There is not much what you say, confidence in doing disciplined agile. So these are some of the challenges. Plus, when I say toolkit, okay, it becomes a new word. Okay, I'm used to implementing processes, frameworks, all this thing. You were introducing a new term, toolkit. Is it a marketing gimmick? Okay, what is the toolkit? So that becomes another challenge. Okay, for leaders to try new things, because leaders try new things when they are in a mess, and they don't want in a further mess because there is a lot of stakes, and therefore it becomes a challenging part, and therefore probably it becomes a heavyweight against the popular uh, you know available things in the market in the space of agility, perhaps. This is my reading, of course, okay, that know why it has become heavyweight in that sense. And to remove that, okay, the heavyweight, that might be another webinar I will talk about, but to remove that, the heavyweight feel, okay, of disciplined agile, a lot of things like this awareness sessions, PMI stepping up, okay, the leaders, okay, understanding, putting some time to understand what is at stake, what we can do, what is the end goal. I think you can, talk a lot about that. So, no, that will really help on that. But right now, I want to focus on this. Okay, I will definitely take question and answers. So there is some question. Okay, yeah. So Sanjay has said, okay, somehow I feel PMI is struggling a lot to popularize or market disciplined agile, although they have good image. Do you agree? You can see how safe got popular within a short time, though their brand image is not that like. Yeah. So Sanjay, yes. Thanks for asking this question, and I'm okay to answer this question now or take it at the end as well. But I will try to answer this question now. Um, Disciplined Agile, yeah, the PMI, okay, is a mammoth organization, and therefore I think there are, the way they operate also requires, a lot of things, a lot of strategizing. There are a lot of changes in PMI recently as well. To come to a decision, I think it takes a longer time than usual, I guess, to do that. But I agree with you. Uh, PMI is short about doing things, and I think the new CEO, and that's what I'm going to update at the end of the webinar. The new CEO is trying to consolidate what is there in the market first, PMP, and they had decided that, okay, disciplined agile is going to be a very much an integral part of the PMI. And I hope that last time I heard they are going to have a marketing budget. Generally, they didn't had so far for any certification, and they used to market it through their chapters or the champion programs. What they are going to do that is what I heard about disciplined agile. So I'm not too sure about that, but I think there would be a formal announcement tomorrow. I'm talking with internal senior or a head of disciplined agile in the US. Maybe I'll get more insights. Will I update on the LinkedIn? But disciplined agile remains an integral part. But I think PMI has fallen short to, popularize or market within the companies and champion the cause of disciplined agile as they could have done. But I think there were internal movements, and that might be one of the things. All right. Okay. So let me continue. So these are the challenges of disciplined agile, and it looks like a very overwhelming, complicated toolkit, and therefore people are like, stay away. If I want to try disciplined agile, I people try in their difficult times something new. And if you say that, okay, I'm going to give you a little overwhelming stuff, this will add to my stress. So no, let's stop. Unless there is an expert who gives that reassurance, which is missing as well. And therefore, the entire package require it looks heavyweight. But I think it's an excellent idea to try agility because you get so many things in disciplined agile which you are not exposed to and you will try. So that culture needs to be built for the team to use disciplined agile, and it requires a little bit of handholding is what I think as a coach. Okay, you if you just tell like, even for say scrum, I believe that even, if you as very easy like, scrum is five ceremonies, three roles, five artifacts or whatsoever. uh, if you even tell, you attend one day training or scrum, you will understand the five ceremonies, artifacts, and three roles. But still difficult to implement. Many people implement scrum with a traditional mindset, and I don't think that is very much working. So even you want to implement scrum, okay, I guess you want to, have that mindset, and you need an expert to guide you to build that, and which is also necessary for disciplined agile in my mind. So anything new, I would love to have expert for a short period to guide them to build a culture which will go a long way. Right. So this is the DA as a toolkit. Okay. No, I just given a simple analogy. Okay. Uh, when you go to a practice or a framework, you're going in a shop. Okay. Which will have that boutique shop where you want that. If you know what you want and you get it, lovely. It's a very crude analogy, but disciplined agile is like a superstore. Okay, you get all the things you required within the given thing. Okay, idea is that it might when it was started. Okay, the super like no, I was thinking of which examples I will give, and one example also came was like no, I remember when the apps phone started by Steve Jobs, Apple. No, we were like, how to use this? I didn't know that. Okay, it was even my parents or they were okay with the pager or that SMS. They didn't want to try something new. It became like, "Oh, I don't want to try it. No, I'm okay to send the messages. Okay, you don't want to try something. It looks like very difficult. It was easy once you start using it, but no, once you enter, that looks difficult and it looks overwhelming. No, I know I will go to a small kirana shop to the small grocery store to get stuff. I want to go to supermarket to get that. Once you get that, you know that you get all the things. It's much more convenient. You will get what you want. You will no, you learn more things. You learn like in the apps, you learn to navigate more things. You become more no, as you are using it, you become more skillful. I think that's what is disciplined agile. Okay. So just giving you a very crude analogy on that thing. So when I use disciplined agile, okay, disciplined agile is like a heavy truckload of tools that actually leverages a lot of other practices, and they like a intelligent machine inside this, okay, will recommend a set of tools which they think you will require. So it is like not really a machine thing, but they have so much of tool, and they will actually, depending on your decisions or your problems that you need to solve, they will recommend some of the tools from all this lovely popular or even unpopular practices. So this is the lovely part of disciplined agile. So it is leveraging a lot of tools, given that you do not know, given that the context of each team is different, each team's needs are different, and you can't have one size fits all thing. So this is probably what is disciplined agile, right? Now, this is something this is a slide which I used in my earlier uh, presentations or earlier webinars, but just wanted to repeat this, where team lead, okay, is something which is a meta role in disciplined agile. Okay, like I said, one size does not fit all. It can take the role of project manager for some team. It can take a role of scrum masters for something. It can take a role of just a manager for some team. So it depends. Like if I have a security team, maybe it's just a manager. Okay, it doesn't have to be always a IT team. No, there are all the teams in your organization needs to be agile. Agile is a way of working. It's a mindset thing, and everyone needs to be agile, and everyone needs to have different ways of working. And discipline agile provides that. So it covers a lot of people. Okay, or it covers almost your entire organization, and it coaches you or it gives you options like a wise coach. And that's the beauty of disciplined agile. So appears heavyweight, but I think once you able to navigate like in a superstore, you might get better ideas. So one aspect about disciplined agile is like there are this popular industry frameworks where if you choose one, you will get one life cycle about doing things. But however, in disciplined agile, okay, you have multiple life cycles. Okay, right from the simple prescriptive agile, which is based on the Scrum, okay, to the lean, okay, which uses the Kanban approach and the flow approach, and you have different ways for different teams. I think that's another beauty of disciplined agile. So I think it the options that it gives, like when I say, oh, discipline agile gives you, seven life cycles. Oh, is it overwhelming? Oh, what to do? How to navigate? Okay, it provides the aid how to navigate as well, how to go about doing things. Like for example, let me share. I had just opened a thing called, so it actually tells you where you stand, how to navigate. This is on the public domain, okay? Agile, wow, choose your life cycle. It also tells you, how comparing the different life cycles, okay, which is agile life cycle, what are the advantages, disadvantages, when you should use this. I can actually talk 15, 20 minutes more, but you can go through this to understand a little bit more on this. So it provides you different life cycles. It provides you, a lot of ideas how to go about choosing a life cycle. It provides you like a flow chart depending on the situation to choose a life cycle. So I think it's really wonderful in that sense, right? To get going on how you can navigate, choose life cycle, have options. No, so every team can work differently, and it will tell you how to integrate, how to integrate your solutions if different teams are using different life cycles. So that also is there. But yeah, so this is different options that you have, right? The second aspect of disciplined agile is to help you work better or help you solve your team's challenges depending on your context. So I've taken a simple addressing changing needs of the stakeholder. So how you can interact better with the stakeholder, how you can elicit requirements. These are common things, right? These are we call decision points. I don't know how to do that. This is the problem area. I don't know how to take care or how to get requirements. So disciplined agile provides different options. These options, okay, are provided in the form of this diagram, which we call a goal diagram, with a lot of decision points and options. And these options are also given in detail so that you can know, even if you are not aware of that, you can read about that and make an informed choice with the team and experiment with that option, right? So maybe you don't know just in time model storming, what is that? So you can read about a new method, new thing, and maybe try it out. Maybe it will pay you dividends on exploring stakeholder needs. And that's my problem area. Maybe I was not aware that there were different things I could have tried to address my stakeholder needs. I knew only of one method earlier, and I didn't know this was so many methods at my disposal. And that's the beauty of disciplined agile. For some person, it looks like overwhelming. For some person, it looks like, oh wow, this is no, he's good now with the data. There are so many options. Maybe I can try this. This is so lovely that I can try this differently and try to get options. So I think this as a professional today, you need to equip yourself with a lot of tools, a lot of techniques, okay, rather than, especially in the agile world, because agile world is about having a learning attitude or learning mindset. Okay, if you want to survive in the new world, which is the agile world, I think unlearn, new learning is what you need to do. And the main more techniques and options that you have, more practices you are aware, you're exposed, you will do certainly better in the way you are doing things rather than having a fixed rigid idea. So that's what is about the process process goals. Okay, and just to tell you the numbers, okay, this has so many options, around 40 goals, and these are so many options. It looks overwhelming for a certain team. They may not use options more than 20 or 30, but given that this is such a wide database, so if you might get scared, you might call it heavyweight, but you know how to navigate, you know where to go, what to look for in the superstore, you might get it right. Right? So this is your disciplined agile. I also know this is the DA browser. So PMI has nicely put all these options, all this knowledge base in the form of the DA browser. And DA browser is also publicly available. You can actually type DA browser in the Google and you might get it. Or the link which I provided will also you will able to get that. So you can go to any of this process goal and type, select something. It tells you the details of that with options. So they will tell you what is generalizing specialist. Okay, with a lot of options, what is that option? What are the advantages and the disadvantages of the option? We call it trade-offs. So you can go through that. You can select languages for this. Okay, there is additional resources that you want to try and read more about that if you are not aware of this no option. So no, there is a lot of data information available. Earlier, you would have to go to an expert. You need to hire him. He will tell you and all. Now you need to actually have. If you have a self-learning attitude team, you can actually try out this. Your self-improving attitude team, you can actually try this new option. So a disciplined agile will not appear heavyweight if you are a self-learning and a self-improving team. It will appear a very good handy tool for you to do better at what you do, right? So this is I would recommend to go through this and see how it can be used, okay, for your needs. So uh, I don't want to spend time here more. Okay, it's like 8:38 on this. Okay, so maybe you can go through this and read more. So this is some scenario which I think PMI had in one of their presentations. I think they had put as like a new 50-member team is assembled to develop a new product for the Big Bang. And Big Bang case study is one of the case studies for both the elite certifications of DVSC and the DSC. And they talk about, okay, no, how to use agility in the bank. So the leadership is not sure, okay, what approach the team should develop the product. There are many options in the market, and this is the reality. What to do, which is the best among the things, is very difficult to choose. As a leader, they are also not equipped, okay, to take a call because there is a lack of data. They do not know what is that. And let me tell you, I think if you get this idea that one size doesn't fit all, you may need a hybrid of all these things, or you may want to choose different options for different teams. And that's where disciplined agile plays its strengths. It can give you different options from different of these areas to make it work. But there are some challenges. If you overcome that challenges, we may actually cross the line, right? So, my idea was, okay, no, I agree with the fact that disciplined agile appears heavyweight, but I don't agree that it is heavyweight. Okay, uh, we need to figure out, okay, how to navigate, okay, uh, within that. One second, sorry, sorry about that. So disciplined agile is appears to be heavyweight, but it is not a heavyweight. Okay, it if you have a little guidance how to navigate through disciplined agile, and if you develop the right mindset to use disciplined agile, I think you will cross the line. You will be able to understand how it can add value. You will be able to do the right things in your project and become more effective at what you're doing. So I think there are numerous advantages, but I agree that there are some challenges where we need to work around the challenges along with PMI, as one of our participants just mentioned, and or there should be experts in this who can coach that. But if we do this, I think I have put my bet on disciplined agile, which looks a very, very useful tool, which can be used commonly, prevalently across the organizations. So just to tell you, disciplined agile no has three. It's a journey of Shuhari. It starts with the basic level, then intermediate, and then goes to the master level. The master levels are both DVSC and the DA coach, and it has intelligently made the journey to understand different aspects of agility. So if you ask me, the DSM, okay, is about improving the team's way of working, helping the team become more effective of what they do, focusing on the foundation layer of discipline agile. This is a landscape of discipline agile. I'm not going through that right now. The DSSM certification is at a higher level than DSM and works at a larger landscape, which we call the value stream layer of disciplined agile. And the focus is how I can improve the agility of team, how I can do better at integration, release management, how I can deliver value. The time to delivery can be shortened. I get equipped with a lot of tools like planning, metrics, and know how to measure values. So how to improve agility is the DSSM, which ties to the next thing is about the coach and that expert guidance, how to make the team self-organizing, self-improving, and self-learning. That's the DSC things. And then they have a top-down approach of DVSC to look at the overall value across all the teams or across the organization, how to identify waste improvements, okay, eliminate waste, eliminate dependencies, how to structure the team, and therefore, okay, reduce, okay, the time to delivery. So very, very interesting concepts. I just simplified that in a single sentences, but how to the flow concepts of that. The DSC and the DVSC certifications are a wow. uh, I had done many certifications, and when I did this, it looked like, oh, there is so much meat that I can actually put it to use compared to frameworks that we use. Okay, so it gave me a different way of thinking when I did agility. So that was pretty nice. Okay, so I have put this I have shown in many other webinars, which I show at the end. But positioning is you require a lot of higher expertise. You need to work with leadership for DSC and the DVSC, right? So that's where you need to go about doing things, right? Okay. So, guys, I will open sooner for the question and answers, but I wanted to know, which I give you. Oh, so sorry. Uh, I will give you the LinkedIn. One sec. I will give you the LinkedIn. No, I would request everyone to join our LinkedIn group on Disciplined Agile, where you get updates of Disciplined Agile. So one quick update, okay, that no, I will also post on Disciplined Agile is okay. Before I do that, this is certifications which are coming, and this weekend we have DAC, which is the last batch of this financial year, and we generally increase a little bit of pricing than in the next financial years. But yeah, this is the last batch of the this financial year. The next batch, the first batch of the next financial year is in April. So in India, the financial year ends in 31st March of every year. Right. So PMI, okay, before I open to question and answers, I will also give you a PDU code. Uh, PMI recently, I was trying to understand how PMI is focused on disciplined agile, and this is the question I asked many leaders of PMI personally, and I got a response from the growth officer, that PMI's growth officer, that Disciplined Agile is an integral part of PMI. They are very much focused, and they are going to position as a business solutions for the entire organization. They are also going to have a, a certification will be for which will include some ACP terms, and also they're merging some things as well. So I will announce that, okay, as soon as I get a concrete information on that. So I'm going to talk to the leaders in this month itself. So I hope you can hope to have some updates from my LinkedIn or on the Disciplined Agile LinkedIn group that we have, for sure. I see no Disciplined Agile. Okay, no, they are also going to use it along with PMP, is what I heard, as a tailoring method, which is the tailoring the PMP, which is a chapter 3 of PMP syllabus. So that's where also Disciplined Agile is going to get positioned. So they are going to enter the business market with the organization rather than to evangelize disciplined agile, is what I think. But I will get some concrete updates, and I will share it with all of you sooner than later. So guys, these are question and answers. I answered one question by Sanjay, which he asked at 8:20. But if there are more questions, I would be more than happy to answer the questions and know anything that you have. Okay. When you're answering questions, maybe I will launch answer. I'll I will launch a poll. Okay. So you can answer your question, everyone, if you can put your choice. I hope you can see the poll. Can you please answer the poll, everyone? And I will also give you the PDUs. Okay. I'll happy to answer any questions you may have. Okay. Oh, lovely. Okay. Sanjay said, thank you, Ashish. You are welcome, Sanjay. Uh, any question, guys? Okay, so there was one question, okay, which I got on my personal thing. So, how is DAC different from DVSC? Okay, so DAC and DVSC are both complement each other. Okay, DAC is a bottom-up approach, which means that it works with teams. It's like a coach, a life coach or agile coach. Coach is always the same. He is external to the team and helps the team solve problems, but and aspire the potential in the team. The idea is that if you make your teams good in agility, it will manifest across the organization. So coach primarily works with the team and goes up to the organization, whereas the DVSC, okay, the value stream consultant works at the organizational flow and tries to optimize the flow. Optimize the flow means identify waste, eliminate waste, identify dependencies, manage dependency, eliminate dependencies, so that you can deliver the value to the customer in a shorter time. And that is what is agility. So, so when I say it works at the value and optimize way, it's not so easy. Okay, there is a team structure, there are dependencies which comes, so how to realign the teams, etc. is also one of the things. Okay, DAC is also not easy. DAC, you need to have a lot of competencies to get and solve team. You need to earn the respect working with teams. So if you are a scrum master, you're doing in agility, want to go for a coach, this is the right path to go for a coach. Right? Okay. Uh, right. There are some questions. Okay. Yeah, Kumar, thank you. Okay, nice listening to my voice. Okay, thank you so much, Kumar. Okay, I didn't know. Okay, Kumar, thank you so much. Okay, Kumar is just complimenting my voice. Happy to hear that. Okay, there is some more. Okay, Ambibola catheter. Okay, okay. So she's saying if I go into the PMI website, choose life cycle, I'm getting an error 401. I tried it 2 hours back and it was working when I showed it to you. It was a live website which I showed it to you. I don't know why you are getting an error there, but I can actually paste uh, the URL in the chat window. So let me paste the URL in the chat window. So Ambibola, you can actually see the URL in the chat window. It's working for me at least. Okay. Super. Okay. So thank you for no, giving me the poll. Okay. Thank you so much. Not all of them did that, but that's good. Let me give you the PDUs. Sorry, the PDU code. So this PDU code will be given to you in your email boxes as well, whoever has registered. So it will come automatically. But if you see the chat window, there is a PDU code. I typed it. Right, guys. Okay. So, yeah, Kumar, you can type what you want. Okay. I can't, I have no idea how to open the talk, but you can type what you want. Yeah, my pleasure, Ambibola. That worked for you. That's good. Thanks, Stephanie. And thank you, all of you, okay, who attended the webinar. I try always to give you some tidbits, some new things, and in Disciplined Agile. We try to evangelize Disciplined Agile. We believe in that. We have implemented for a couple of customers as well. I believe there is some potential and power which can be used as an agile coach or a value stream consulting. And so if you have any questions, I will be happy to address that. You can just knock me on my LinkedIn profile. Just type my name, Ashish Sadekar, and I will be happy to connect with you. And any questions we can have a personal chat as well. Happy to help you in your agile pursuits or whatsoever. So thank you so much, guys. I hope it was a good session. So thank you so much and warm namaste from my side. I see you soon. Thank you so much.